Hey, SaaSpreneurs and fellow high levelers, welcome to day 7 of the 30-day high level mastery, where we look at one piece of advice to go and implement in your agency straight away. So, today we're going to look at something known as the gap analysis framework. That's helped me scale pretty quickly. That's helped me massively value add to my clients. So, when clients come to you, I'm sure you'd have had the scenario where they're like, oh, just build me this sales funnel. Can you just do this one paid calendar for me? Can you just build one survey for me? Can you build one quiz for me? They don't look at the big picture, wherein they look at marketing, sales, and service. These are the three major components how I segment my operations or the lead journey itself. So, how are they going to find you? What is the marketing or the lead generation source for them to find that particular funnel or form or calendar, whatever? And then once they click on it, what should happen? Is it a free offer? Is it a paid offer? If it's going to be a free offer, then what happens to the upsell? What happens to the retainer? So you have to map out that entire strategy or the lead journey, user journey, or the client journey itself. So I call it the gap analysis framework, meaning the client comes to you, they're at point A. So you have to really clearly map out what is their point A, where are they at, what tech stack have they in their business at the moment, and what kind of lead generation sources they have, what is the conversion, what is the revenue, what is the staff size, and then you map out what's your point B. So what is the quickest way for you to help them to move from point A to point B. Okay. So quickest, easiest, smartest way. So no hard work. I don't do hard work. I do smart work, right? So what is the easiest, quickest, and simplest way to get them from point A to point B is going to be your roadmap. So in that roadmap, they would have something already established in terms of marketing, in terms of sales, in terms of lead gen, in terms of online presence, in terms of retainer packages. So all you have to do is identify gaps. Okay. The first thing is identify gaps because they would have done something, right? They would have paid some other agency. They would have paid so many people along the way to build something. You don't completely trash them to the ground, right? So you identify gaps and then you kind of fill those gaps. So I call it my Power Pivot framework. That's my gap analysis framework. Power is an acronym for product and pricing, online and offline presence, warm lead generation, evaluating sales process, and retainer and a recurring revenue. So I would say holistically, big picture, there might be gaps in one or more of these. So that's what I've identified along the way. If there's more than these, please let me know. But usually there's gaps in one or more of these that leads to actually, that's the block, which is stopping them from going from point A to point B. So once you fix those gaps, then it is easier to do stuff. So during my business mentoring days, I used to do this framework differently on get in a Google form, and then I'll sit down and map out and create a marketing roadmap. So that was a very different process to what we do right now with high level agencies. So we actually get access to the agencies and look at what's been done already. We identify the gaps and then we kind of audit and give them a complete report. These automations are working fine. These automations are not working. These are the gaps. You've got a funnel. You don't have a payment processor, whatever. So we give them a complete report of the audit. We used to offer this free of cost when we start, as always, but now it's a paid container where I get on a call with them. I run through that audit report, and then we look at what other ways we can actually fix that gap, and then we set them up as well. So that's been a great offer, and people actually appreciate spending few $100s to actually identify what they've done right, what's working, what is something that we can build on top of that. So it saves a lot of time, a lot of effort, and sets the expectation right. We all learn working with difficult clients, working with tough clients, mismatched expectations. So I learned it the hard way too. But now this particular process kind of sets the expectation right and, basically sets the foundation based on which we start building. So I want you to come up. You can come up with your own acronym. You can come up with your own framework, how you want to do an audit when clients come to you. So we've got a structured framework that we follow right now. My team has a checklist that they run through for the audit. So I want you to come up with some ways. What are the key elements that you want to audit when a business comes to you as a SaaS agency or a sub account? So what are the elements that you want to review? Because key thing is the marketing tab and the automation tab and sites, basically three tabs, right? All other things are pretty minor. So these three tabs, what are the elements that you're going to audit? And you kind of bring that lead user journey into the picture and show to the clients, okay, this is how your lead is going. This is where there's a disconnect. And this is how you can push that lead forward from here. So I think that's a great way to do it. And it's helped me. So I believe it'll help you too. So let me know what is going to be your specific audit framework that you're going to follow to grow your client's business. But if you need help, if you need my audit framework, reach out to me and I'm happy to share. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow.